I'm waiting you to go and come
back. Okay, it has been absolute mayhem this morning. I totally forgot to set my alarm. It was like I was on my phone and then I was asleep. 2 seconds later, just lights out. And then I get a bang on my door at 3:40 in the morning, like, yeah, your car's here, like, you have to go. Here's me answering the door fully in my PJs, okay? Just thank God I put out my outfit, like what I was gonna wear like the night before. So it didn't take me that long to get ready, but wow. And there was a whole fiasco at the check-in, and it's just honestly just a lot. But we're here. I am here. We're at the airport. We checked in, so now I just need to get to the gate. I am gate 31, and I have about an hour until my flight departs. Probably about 30 minutes until it starts boarding. So I'm just gonna head straight there because it's already been a fiasco of a morning. There was this guy, like, he was standing on line, and the lines were like kind of long to be this oddly timed at night. Like this early in the morning, the lines were pretty long. And you know, I guess these people, like this group, had a flight that was leaving like really soon, so they were like skipping the lines, and like the guard kind of was like letting them, right, because their flight was leaving. And this guy is like, no, you're not getting in front of me. And then I was like, he's like, you know, let me mind my business, mind the business that pays me, okay? If there's anything, you know, as a New Yorker, mind your goddamn business. You know, especially out here, in a different country, by yourself, like, you just need to just mind yours, make sure you're good. You know, somebody drops something, you pick it up here, you know what I'm saying? Outside of that, just get the hell on. Guys, it's been an adventure. But here we are on our way to Luxor. We're flying in, and then we're going to be flying out today as well. If you ask me how I'm getting back to the airport for the flight, my return flight to Cairo, I have no idea. But we shall figure things. It's fun. It's been fun. It's you know. Let's see. We're on our way. Alright. I'll see you guys. Update. Totally went the wrong way. Following that damn crowd. Why did I think we were all going to the same place? Because they were all going to the same place. My gate was in the total opposite direction. But it's okay. We're going the right way now. Guys, I have literally been on go since I got here. So it's like I'm really just trying to stay awake at this point. Stay awake, stay alert. Especially having to move through the airport by myself and then be in Luxor, which is like, you know, however many hours away from my hotel. Here we are, you guys. So we are A-okay. We're fine. We're fine. Totally. We are totally okay. Nothing is wrong. We are on the right. We're going the right way. I know for sure now. So, yeah. Traveling is fun. Probably one of my most favorite things to do. Stressful. Yes, very. Very stressful. But fun. Very, very fun. Love y'alls. We are on the plane now, guys. We've made it. Today's gonna be a fun day. I can already sense the vibes. Just sat down in my seat, so yeah. It's almost about that time. I'm excited to see what's over there in Luxor. I'm excited to see the Valley of the Kings. I'm excited to see the Pharaoh, Ramses II, his temples, King Tut's temples. I think it's going to be a lot of learning, so I'm looking forward to it. See you guys. Yeah. Just got to Luxor. I'm getting on the bus now. Just left the plane. Tired. Got the goats.
And the whole temple covered under mud bricks, so the construct is a mosque like you see it. After Karnak, we'll come to visit Luxor, but the whole temple on the road.
Okay.
In case you turn, so you can see it again from the road and we go to the water.
Okay.
If you still good, so we go to the temple and after that we go to the road.
Okay.
This is the Luxor temple, which you see it, this is the whole temple, but the difference when you go inside, we see the carving on the wall. So this Luxor temple connected with Karnak with Avenue of Sphinx. The Avenue of Sphinx.
Alright, hey guys, we are officially in Luxor at Hatshepsut's temple. And yeah, we're gonna take a look and see some like statues and the carvings. And it's gonna be a fun time. Take a look, you guys.
This house, it is new discovery but nothing, so that's why we left it.
Okay.
Okay, and the new right hand side here is if we find new tombs, we bought it iron doors.
Oh, so all of those up there are tombs, and then
If
this
they have iron doors. But
and this one right here?
yes, new discovery and nothing particular.
Okay. Oh wow, it's so interesting that they're still discovering tombs.
So this is our part, you can sit in the back.
Okay.
مبروك عنه سميته
We are on the back of the train, heading up the mountain. It's my guy.
ونغير الجديدة
عاوزين اسمه والله
لا أنا أول مرة أسمعه في كل مرة
والله ده اسمه جبت بمعنى رحمه
ربنا يخليها لك
ما هو كده انا معاك ريش اخاك وناي سلام محبه ورحمه.
Look at that. Definitely was stuff in that too. Okay guys, here we are at, hello. Here we are at Queen Hatshepsut's temple. We're being greeted by Queen Hatshepsut, represented as a sphinx. So the story goes that she declared herself son or daughter of Aton, which makes her a goddess. So she said, well, we dedicate temples to gods and goddesses and we build temples for them, so I want my own temple. And so they built her this absolutely amazing, gorgeous, sprawling temple. Very beautiful. You can see Hatshepsut. You can see statues of Hatshepsut depicted as a pharaoh, which I think is absolutely fascinating because she wanted to be depicted as a king because she ruled Egypt pretty much for 21 years while her husband Thutmose focused on building out the army.
Horus. Horus, yes.
God Horus. She was very clever. When Thutmose was first crowned king, she wanted to rule because she was the first daughter of the previous pharaoh. So by rights, she should rule, but the crown was only supposed to go to a boy child. So what they did was Hatshepsut married a royal, or her brother, her stepbrother, from one of the king's, her father's concubines, and told him to focus on the army. You know, you should go visit the army, you should go take care of them, you know, build up your military conquests. Hi, hello.
Nefertari.
Nefertari.
New.
Yes, and you see there's a depiction of Hatshepsut drinking the milk from the cow. From Amun. Amun Ra. Amun Ra. Or Aten, right?
Aten, yeah.
Okay.
Princess.
Thank you. Now I'm fully Egyptian. Fully Egyptian. There we go. Perfect. You can see those really clear. The carvings are still, you know, so incredibly intricate.
Horus. This is snake. This is an this is sun.
I see, and then Horus also has the pharaoh's crown on his head as well. And then we see
With the princess.
and then we see the cartouche of Hatshepsut here. Still kind of broken apart, but very good. So we've got some more paintings. Looking at symbolism, here we have the Ankh, which means life. So the Ankh has several meanings. So if we really get into it, the teardrop or circle-like shape represents the womb. The T shape represents the scrotum. But this also, this little oval shape also represents the delta and the Nile. and the ways that the Nile goes, parts ways throughout Egypt. And again, the key, right? Because the Ankh looks like a key, so it's like the key of life. So it represents the Nile, the womb, and the scrotum. And it is also a key, and that represents the key of life. It's really cool. And then we have something that's like more in color over here. Further over on this side, you see more paintings in color. Really amazing how this stuff has survived for so long. I can only imagine what it looked like when it was during its heyday. It was absolutely gorgeous. Look at this guy. He's running. See, they've got their swords, they've got their armor, their headgear, and they're marching into battle. And then you see these two over here fighting. It's really interesting because it looks maybe like a training ground because their armor looks similar. And I would think that, you know, if there were two countries warring or two different nation states warring, that their armor would look a little bit different, but this is the same. So that's interesting. So here we have a depiction of Hatshepsut as pharaoh with the beard and the crown, holding the rod and the staff. And she really did this on purpose to depict herself as a king, so that she would be remembered, because she ruled Egypt for 21 years while her husband, who was the king, focused on military conquest and expanding the territories, but she managed all of the political affairs of the nation. Very smart. Alright, I think we're pretty much done here for the most part. It is getting really hot out here, Luxor. It's really hot. So we've got a long day, and I'll be headed to the Valley of the Kings, Karnak, more stuff later. So yeah, it's beautiful out here though. Hi. And I found that, like, you know, even though it does look kind of barren right here, like it does look pretty dry, I will say that I do think that Luxor is probably more lush than Cairo. But there are parts of Cairo where there's lots of lush greenery, but I think as a whole, Luxor definitely has more greenery in Cairo. Just interesting that, like, right here by the temple is like literally the driest I've seen since we've been driving through from the airport as well. But yeah, it's been cool. Definitely been cool. Here, take a look at this view, you guys. So we just left the temple. We have more pieces of the temple that have been discovered and are being preserved. Very pretty. And then we have Hatshepsut's palace in the distance. A very beautiful palace. Beautiful. You can see in the distance the greenery that surrounds this place. It's really very gorgeous. Alright guys, we are at the Valley of the Kings. Whew. It's actually on the other side of this mountain. Which mountain? Okay. The other side of this mountain is where Hatshepsut's temple is. and we are on the other side, which is where this is the Valley of the Kings. So in the Valley of the Kings, is where they found 62 pharaohs buried in this area. And that's why they call it the Valley of the Kings. And if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know if you guys know it, but I think they were moved from, the pharaohs were moved from their original resting place because there were so many grave robbers and they didn't want the mummies to, you know, be desecrated or taken and sold. So they took them and they buried them all over here, but no one ever knew where they were until they started digging. And they found 62 pharaohs. It's insane. Alright guys, take a look here. So we're in Ramses III tomb. So as you can see, that's the entrance. And then we come here, and it is just, I mean, the details, the intricacy, stars on the ceiling. Like, you know, we've got Isis, we've got the pharaohs, like Ramses' depiction in the Osiris pose, the god Anubis, and then you've got Ra, Amun-Ra, and Ramses giving Ra an offering. It was really amazing. More stars on the ceilings. Beautiful serpents. They used to worship serpents. Get the two-headed serpent. And then there's the three-headed serpent. It's there. Very beautiful. Oops. And then look at, wow, I mean, guys. So ornately carved, every inch. Every inch, look at that, look. And that's like even like blocked off, like we can't go on that side. And then even on the walls up here, I'm guessing that the ceilings, you know, had to be painted over or the artwork fell down. Can't go that far, but let's see if we can get as close as possible. Some information about Ramses III. And I'm guessing deeper in here was where his sarcophagus is actually found. So, yeah, we're pretty close actually. But, very cool. Let's head back up. And again, I'll turn around so you guys can like just really take that in. That is a scene. And then as we come up, you know, there's just ever more. Guys, I have to take a video. Like, this is just absolutely beautiful. Like, just absolutely gorgeous. Like, look at that.
Hello.
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 Huh? Thank you. This just looks so absolutely beautiful. I got it. Look at I'm good. I'm good, thank you. Wow. Wow.
No flash, no flash. No flash.
Why?
No flash.
Why?
Why is this color?
This what?
It's a rubble color.
It's meant for the colors. They say it is meant for the colors.
Wow. And then you see like there's more back here. And we can't go back there. It's absolutely gorgeous, you guys. Wow. All right, here we go. Oh wow. Here we have the boy king. Okay. Awesome. And his tomb is actually not very intricately decorated because he was so young, so there wasn't really much he could accomplish during his reign when he died. So, you know, like he didn't really rule. It was like his elders who were on the throne until he was of age, because he ascended to the throne at 9 years old. Monkeys there. This is his sarcophagus. Osiris. There's really not much else to see. I'm going to kind of end it here. And yeah, that was Tutankhamun's tomb. It's really sad that his tomb isn't really like decorated to the fullest, like, you know, Ramses the IV or Ramses the III, but you know, he was a boy king. So, you know, when he died, there wasn't really much to do with his, like, you know, with his body. He didn't have many accomplishments. So, I love you guys. Let's head out. Hey guys, so we are at Karnak Temple, and this is the Temple of Amun. So this is the Temple of Amun, and It is just gorgeous.
Temple to take what's the next step.
Got you. Okay, so he would park his boat here and then he would make his prayers in the temple that's in the back.
You see that end of your eyes, the dark room?
Yeah.
There's a harbor over, so just over there, the Holy of Holies. In the middle, have an altar to give offering to Amun. This is the farther part of your eyes.
Gotcha.
This is the sanctuary. This is the entrance. So we'll see on the right and left stuff which you
Very beautiful.
continue by constructed by kings. Anywhere, just tell me to catch it first.
Okay.
I am nearby. If you need anything, just call me.
Okay. So this is Karnak Temple. So it is a temple dedicated to the worship of Amun-Ra, which is the sun god. And there are temples here for each of the most famous pharaohs. Like there's a sphinx back here of Tutankhamun. Back there is a temple for Ramses. And there's also carvings on the wall, and then we have a big statue of Ramses made of granite here. This is Ramses II and his beloved wife Nefertari. It was well known that Nefertari was Ramses' favorite wife. This temple is beautiful, and I'm guessing that the columns fell down because it must have been like huge columns. Because look at this one here. This one is massive, and I'm guessing that was supposed to be just like this one. But yes, this was the main temple of ancient Egypt. Main temple, Karnak Temple. So this is like in Karnak with beautiful, beautiful temples. Look at the colors. So these are amazing. Look at how just beautiful they are. Can you imagine what they looked like when they were just full of color and just totally vibrant and gorgeous? I mean, you can get like a little bit of a glimpse of what they looked like right here. They would have been so beautiful. I mean, they're still beautiful. Wow. I mean, look at that. This reminds me of this movie that I saw, and I forgot it's a movie that talks about the story of Moses and how he freed the Hebrews from Egypt. And it's like this cartoon movie, and it's a really wonderful movie. I can't remember the name of it, but he walks through what is like a simulation of what would have been Karnak Temple all during that time, all those years ago, and just the complete vibrancy of the columns and the intricacy of the carvings and the details. I was just like, wow. And to see this here in person now is like, wow, that's amazing. So here what they're doing is they're cleaning the columns to remove the dust so that they can be vibrant and colorful, like these columns back here. Just absolutely gorgeous. Like, wow. No, I'm okay, thank you. Yeah. Wow. Look, you guys. Wow. Just gorgeous. So many people here now. It's like flooded. Look at those colors, you guys. Amazing. Look, you still even see the color on the underside of the towers. Hatshepsut has her own obelisk here, and King Tut put stones around her obelisk because she only wrote her name and didn't write his, and I'm just saying he sounds like a big hater. Sounds like a big hater. Granted, it wasn't the norm at that time, and if she was gonna put her name, she should have put both of them, and I see that, but he didn't have to remove it. Big body hater. That's the vibes I'm getting, you know what I'm saying? Hating because she a boss. Temple is beautiful though. So right now we're at Luxor Temple. We just left Karnak, and this is another famous temple. It's like, I've only seen this in like movies and in like animated depiction series or like animated movies, and see it in person. Okay? That's all I can say. I love it. Seriously. How awesome. Let me just... I can zoom in. No? Alright, my camera's not having it with me. It's alright. We're gonna flip it around. Wow, look at that, guys. And this temple was erected by King Ramses II, and it was from when he had the battle with the Hyksos people, and he won. So after he won, he erected this temple as like a memoriam almost to the battle that was won, the lives that were lost, and also celebrating King Ramses for taking back control of Egypt. So very historical temple here, as well as the Karnak Temple, and it's beautiful. Honestly, Luxor is just like, it's just gorgeous. Like, I mean, if I was a king, I'd definitely live here over Cairo. Just saying. Just saying. But yeah, this is amazing. It's beautiful. Wow. Okay, so we don't have that much time, so I'm gonna make this quick. This is Ramses and his wife, but it's supposed to represent Amun and his wife, which is I'm not sure. Okay, and this represents Tutankhamun and his wife Mirat. And then we go through here, and this is supposed to represent like papyrus, like how papyrus is made in those lines and strips. And of course you have the columns that are all carved and made to be so pretty. So gorgeous, so gorgeous. And you can see the sun just peering through these large columns. Just the architecture is really just amazing. And so this temple, this part of the temple was erected by Ramses, and it's the newest part of the temple. And then when we come back here past the columns, this is the oldest part of the temple that was erected by Amorphis, which was Tutankhamun's grandfather. And then the furthest, when we get farthest back, we'll see like the Roman influence. And we have these massive columns in the middle here. Massive. I'm gathering that this was probably like a place where, you know, they had crowds gather. But still is a very, you know, sacred place. Many are invited to be here and be a part. It's hot out here, guys. And then we have more columns in the Luxor Temple. And then back here you start to really see more of like the Roman influence. Like this part of the back here was erected by the Romans. And then you can even see like a depiction of the time of Jesus and St. Peter, Paul. So you can really see that influence here in the specific part. And then you do have some of the paintings that still survived. So this is really interesting. It's like, you know, Egyptian and Roman influence. And we go through here. At the walls are just littered with carvings. Very beautiful. They're laughing at me because I tripped. Absolutely gorgeous. So, making this quick, you guys, as my camera's about to die and we don't have that much time here to go now. And I love you guys, and it's just wonderful. All right. Hi. I see. I got it. Thank you. Good. Yeah. Okay. And then I'm gonna go through this last bit. There we have some more columns and some more drawings and carvings that really just make this place really beautiful. Yeah, I know. Thank you. Yeah. Wow. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And then you see some more carvings here. Just very intricate and ornate. Very. And this is the final part of the temple. Whew. All right. I love you guys. We are heading to the boat now, and nice little cruise on the Nile, and I'll videotape that too, so I'll see you there. Okay, so we're on the boat. Before my camera dies, I want to make sure I get some of this footage. It's truly beautiful. It's the captain. The River Nile at sunset. So let me just do a rundown real quick before my camera dies. We did Hatshepsut's temple. We went to the Valley of the Kings where we saw Tutankhamun and a few Ramses King's tombs. We did Karnak Temple, we did Luxor Temple, and that's as much as I can remember. And now we're on a river boat on the Nile, just enjoying the sunset and enjoying the view. And this is just kind of like what it's all about. Tomorrow we head out to Alexandria, and that will be my last day here in Egypt. It's been an amazing ride. I'm having the time of my life, and it's just wonderful. Okay. I love you guys. I will talk to you later. And I'm really glad we got this footage before my camera died, because you need to capture this and pay for it. And we're looking good. I mean, Zimmerman dress is doing its thing, okay? Zimmerman dress is doing its thing. Before it dies, it's still recording. So just like record me. I'm so happy. Guys, I'm gonna put all this together and it's like a video. It's probably gonna be like documentary and some time, and I cannot wait for you guys to see it. I love you guys. Hey guys, so we just got off the plane heading back to Cairo now from Luxor. It's been a great day. I'll talk to you guys all about it later. Love you. Hey guys, so today is the last day that we get to have this amazing view from, our room the last morning. I'm going back to the airport tonight to get on a plane to go back home, and I am just so grateful. I'm so grateful for this whole entire experience. I feel just so blessed that I was able to really satisfy my own personal wanderlust by coming here to Egypt and seeing the pyramids, the Sphinx, Karnak Temple, all of the most amazing architectural feats that the ancient Egyptians were able to accomplish. And I'm so eternally grateful. I've had the most amazing time, from the people that I've gotten a chance to meet to the activities that I've done, and I'm just so. This experience has been the best birthday of a lifetime, and when I put it all together, I can't wait for you guys to see it, because it's been amazing. I love you guys.
Most ancient port in Alexandria. They know that if they're digging under the ground, they will find something related to the old city, because we have here in Alexandria a huge earthquake.
It looks really cool. Definitely different than the rest of Egypt.
Alexandria is different.
Yeah, very.
You okay?
Yeah.
Bit by bit, okay? Because here is celebrity, so
Yeah, very slippery.
that's slippery, so be careful. Here we will visit the second hall, which is the name of it. It's Rotunda. I'm sorry, the Triclinium Hall. The Triclinium Hall, it was a dining room. They built a dining room inside the cemetery. Yes, because if you have a dead person, if you have a mummy in this place, which means that you can visit him and you can spend all the day with him to make some offering for the god and for the goddesses. Because of that, they make this place, special place, to be a dining room. Okay,
Wow.
because of that, we can see 3 benches, and in the middle, it was a wooden table, and we find some cushions. Of course, it was destroyed, and the wooden table also, it was destroyed. As we can see, it's unfinished place.
So what's this rock right here?
We will see after that. I will
Okay.
explain this part first, and you will see this one.
Okay.
Okay. So here we can see the main period chamber. Okay, and inside the main period chamber and outside it, you will see the mixturing between Greek-Roman art and pharaonic art. So they make the facade itself to look like a temple, not an original tomb. So in the middle, here we can see the sun disk. The winged sun disk, which was a symbol for the protection during pharaonic period. To the left hand and to the right hand, we can see 2 statues for a falcon, and he was the god Horus, the god of the protection during also pharaonic period. To the columns in front of us, it's decorated with lotus and papyrus. So all the beginning of the facade, it's a pharaonic style. To the right and to the left, to the inner part, we can see 2 shells. These 2 shells in the middle, you can see an ugly lady, ugly face for a lady. She is Medusa. Yes, when she have this bad impression about you, she will turn you to stone. It's a Greek legend.
Yeah.
Okay. And in the middle, you will see the whole process of mummification during pharaonic period. So in the middle, we can see the god Anubis with the face of a jackal, full human body. He is putting his right hand on this person to mummify him. With the other hand, he is holding one of the canopic jars. You know, when they start to mummify the person, they take all the organs except the heart, and they put it in 4 canopic jars. We can see Anubis here. He is holding one of those canopic jars, and behind the bed, we can see 3 canopic jars. And they put the legs of Anubis instead of the 4th one.
Yeah, because he's holding.
Yes. In front of him, we can see the god Tut, the god of art, a kind of birds. Behind him, we can see the god Horus, the protection god. He was the falcon. Tut and Horus try to help Anubis to mummify this person. We will return once more to the Greek-Roman period. So here we can see this lady. She's kneeling, typical a Greek-Roman style. There we can see Medusa once more to fight the thieves or the robbers. And to the other hand, we can see the god Dionysus, the god of wine. This place is completely dangerous, and we can't visit it, but most of the time they removed these parts. Okay, we have this room. When they start to enlarge the place, they curve it, okay, and they make some places for a sarcophagus or for the coffins. Here also, they start to enlarge the place, so they curve this place to put the bodies inside the place. Okay, and here the house, it's small. So we know that during Greek-Roman period, they start to burn the body and put the ashes inside a jar. So maybe this place, it was for the jars, not for the bodies.
Hey guys, so we are in the Library of Alexandria. We have to be quiet because there's a study happening here. But if you remember, the Romans burned down the original Library of Alexandria, so they built a new one here in Egypt to kind of mimic or represent the knowledge that they had here and the design of the old library. So as you can see, they have little holes in the wall, and that's supposed to be representative of the original Library of Alexandria, where they would store the scrolls, and also the columns that they have here. are kind of representative of papyrus, right? Because the old scrolls were made of papyrus because that's what they used to document and to write and all of those things. So it's really beautiful. The new library, it's very modern, lots of computers. There are millions of books here, and it's the second largest library in the world to the Library of Congress. So, fun fact there. Wow, it's gorgeous, guys. And as you can see, the ceiling here, it's supposed to kind of represent the eye. As you can see, it's kind of like a lid, and then the lashes at the bottom there. And the lashes are to make sure that the library consistently has sun, as well as protect the library from, you know, heat damage, dust, and rain, and, you know, all of those things that, you know, could damage the books and the knowledge that we have in this library. So it's really interesting. It's really beautiful. I love it. The Mediterranean Sea is right out there, and we're going to see. All right, thank you guys.
Now we will visit the exhibitions and the galleries, okay?
So now we are on the lower level that's on the first level of the library, and now we will visit the main galleries.
One. To the right hand, all of this painting, it's for papyrus, for an artist, a modern artist. His name is Adam Hinin.
Oh, wow.
All of this, it's a papyrus.
Very beautiful.
صح؟ 10 minutes. ايه؟ من هنا نوقف تصوير صح؟ اوكي. So you can make
Hey guys, so we are in Alexandria, and we're at the Mediterranean Sea. As you can see, the water is so beautiful and blue, and you can see the boats on the marina. And this the most beautiful view of the city of Alexandria from here. Next we are going to the Citadel, and that is a really interesting place because it's where the legendary Lighthouse of Alexandria used to be. Unfortunately, the lighthouse was destroyed during an earthquake. So what they did was they used the materials from the lighthouse to build this new citadel, which now serves the people of Egypt and the city of Alexandria. And we're going to go there next. I'm so sorry we didn't get a lot of phone footage from the Library of Alexandria because it was closing. And we did get a few things, but next time when I come back, we'll definitely have to run that back and get some better footage, and also, you know, more history and more information. But I'm just happy to have the opportunity to go there and say that, like, okay, I've been there, you know, and I'm just really happy. As you know, the Library of Alexandria was destroyed when the Romans wanted to wage war against Egypt, so they burned it down, and they burned down all of the scrolls and the knowledge that they had inside. So what Egypt did is they built a new library that housed a lot of books, a lot of knowledge, and it has a resource center for all of the books from all the libraries all over the world, and it is actually the second largest library in the world.
Wait.
It is actually the second largest library in the world, second only to the Library of Congress. So that's really interesting, and I can't wait to show you guys the Citadel.
Sweat now, sweat.
عايز اسلم عليك.
حبيبتي استني هي بتعمل فيديو.
Nice to meet you. Hi, I'm Rhonda. Nice to meet you.
What's your name?
Rhonda.
Rhonda.
I am Sarah.
Sarah. They're beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah, I know.
You want to come in my video? Bye. Awesome. So we will go to the Citadel next, and I'll see you guys there. Bye. guys, so we are in the Citadel, and this is a fort as well as like a home housing the soldiers, is where they came to train as well. So here we're gonna have some like smaller windows that you can see, you guys. So we have these like smaller windows, and then we have these windows up here for ventilation and for air and sunlight. And because they use the Citadel as a fort, we have these smaller windows on the floor, if you can see, so that when, you know, if the enemies came onto the territory, they could have their guns and they can defend themselves throughout these small windows. And as you can see outside from here, and you can see the people that are walking around. You can see the grounds, and you have a pretty clear view of what's going on. So that's really interesting. And then once we come back out here, we can see that there's more small windows on the floor, and it's really such a beautiful view. You can see the Mediterranean Sea from the window there. And this place was used to house soldiers, and feed them, clothe them, grain, and they made grain here to feed the soldiers. They had, like, you know, windows here, like a separate section for men and for women, and they had schools here as well. So that's really interesting. And as you can see, this is like one of the windows that they had here, and you could actually open one of these windows, and they would open them sometimes. Really, really cool. This place is really old. They constructed this place in the 15th century, after the earthquake destroyed the lighthouse. So, and if we kind of move further over here, we can see that there are several different rooms that were used for different purposes. So this second floor, we're on the second floor of the Citadel, and this second floor really consists of 4 passages, which around the sun of the mosque contain 4 big halls, which was used for meetings in between for the leaders as well as the soldiers. And we have little rooms like this, which were used as a bathroom. Yeah, which was used as a bathroom for the soldiers, and rooms like this, which were kind of used for to store different grains and foods and fruit. And they also had these small little windows here. It's almost like a false window. Hold on, let me see if I can back up so you guys can see this. It's almost like a false window, right? So the use of these smaller windows was so when the enemies came, this is a window over the entrance to the Citadel. So you guys can see. Yes, so this is a window over the entrance to the Citadel, as you can see, and they use this to drop hot oil down on soldiers when they would invade the Citadel. And let's say if soldiers got, you know, they had some soldiers that made it and got through without getting any oil poured on them, bam, we had this little baby right here, so that, you know, you weren't really getting anywhere, were you? This is awesome. And look, this is what the original Citadel looked like, containing the real entrance, the minaret that had been destroyed in 1882 by the English occupation, and other details which don't exist anymore. So here you can see this was the original construction of the Citadel. So you can see the fort that's all around, and then the main part which we are in. This minaret part doesn't exist anymore. It got destroyed when the British came to try and occupy Egypt. And they didn't rebuild it because they didn't use it for prayer and for worship anymore. So this little area here was a lookout. They would look out of these windows to see if, you know, when the enemy was coming, if there were ships pulling in, so they could have time to prepare and to prep. This is a beautiful view. So we are on the first floor now, and we see that the original building used to have this minaret here, and it was destroyed when the British came to attack Egypt. Here we have, like, this was a well where you could, you know, the soldiers used to be able to put a bucket down there and you could bring up fresh water. And of course, when they did the remodel, they kind of closed this all off, but they left the original structure here for historical purposes. And then in this room over here, actually a very big room, but they used this room to store grain and to break it down. So what they did was they stored the grain in the middle, and they had stones around it, and then they had a cow with a stone walk around and roll the grain, and that would break it down. And you can even kind of see that, you know, the room kind of looks like a circle, so that the cow had enough room to walk around in here. Very fascinating. Okay guys, so that was the Citadel, and we're still inside. You know, it's beautiful. You can definitely tell that it's like old, and it served a lot of purposes. It was a school. It was used as a fort to protect the shores from invaders. It was also used to train soldiers. Food storage. It was used as a school to teach kids as well as like adults as well. How it was a housing facility, so it housed the soldiers, and it also housed like nurses and maidens and teachers and all of those things. And it was just a really interesting place. A lot of history here. It kind of baffling that, you know, it was built in the 15th century. I think it had finished construction in about 1477, and it's been here, it's been standing here since then, and it's literally just a relic of just an old time that, you know, there's not a lot of, not too much. And we have information from that time period. We have a lot of information from that time period, but it's just interesting to see, you know, how different life was back then, and, you know, how they use these buildings and what the purpose, and how they constructed them for very specific purposes. And seeing that, it's like, oh wow, like, you know, the windows on the floor so that they can have a lookout and see, like, you know, and attack whatever soldiers if they're coming to attack and try to take over the port. So it's a really interesting thing. I think that's kind of going to be it for the tour now. Yeah, so I'm gonna head back out, and we're probably gonna take some pictures. And yeah, it's kind of amazing because this Citadel really concludes my time in Egypt. I am hopping on a plane tonight to head back home, and I couldn't be, you know, more satisfied, just more happy with my time here. It's been amazing, and I couldn't have asked for anything better, truly. And I will definitely be back. We'll definitely be back. This is the grounds of the Citadel. Very sunny. Hey you guys, so I am getting ready to leave the hotel now, and you know, it is my last few hours here in Egypt, and it just has been like a whirlwind. I have had like the best time. Let me see. I have had the best time, and just reflecting back on, you know, everything that has happened, and reflecting back on, you know, what I was able to kind of do here. It really makes me feel as if like I really did something new, you know what I'm saying? Like I really followed like my own heart. I followed my own wanderlust, and it led me here to Egypt, and I met some amazing people. I've gotten to do some really amazing things, and I feel so connected to this place, like almost like I've been here before, like you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I've been here before. I feel like, you know, the energy that I get here is like familiar to me in some way, familiar to my soul, like familiar on a soul level. It's like it's familiar but foreign at the same time. So it's just been a really whirlwind of an experience. It's been really interesting. I've had the most amazing time. I cannot wait to put this all together for you guys, and you know, and see how it turns out. I mean, I'll be seeing this and figuring this out for the first time as well, so we will be kind of doing this together. And I love you guys, I really do. This has been the most amazing experience. I'm so glad I did this for myself. This has been the best birthday gift I could have ever given myself. I could have ever given my energy, my love, my light. And wow, you know, I feel like that's what I have to say. Like that's really all I have to say is wow. And before my thing dies, we will see pyramids. We will see pyramids and love. Wow. Every time I look at it, I'm in awe. Every time I see the pyramids, I'm in awe. It's like you see them in textbooks, you see them in pictures, but to see it in person is a different type of feeling. It's different. It's like I know you, but I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just jaw-dropping every single time. Every time. And I'm so glad that I was able to share that with you guys. I love you guys. I will see you soon. And when you leave Rhonda's world, you know you gotta come back. You know you love the energy here. You know you gotta come back. Rhonda's world. I love you. I love all my supporters, all my subscribers. You guys really fill my heart in a different way, you know? Thank you for your support. Thank you for continuing to follow me on this crazy journey of mine, in my crazy head. I love you.